All right, y'all. So listen, I know y'all was expecting a live review of this, but after the first 10 minutes, y'all, I went on ahead and canceled it. I was bored. Straight up, I was bored as shit. Um, it didn't do nothing for me. Like, even Todd calling himself, you know what I'm saying, giving Marlo a nasty piece of read, even that fell flat. And we'll get there when we get there. I'm gonna try my best to stretch it out for as long as I can by going off on some of these broads, but I ain't got much. I'm telling y'all that now. If I had something, this would have been a laugh. I ain't got nothing, y'all. Like, I was bored. I was completely bored. I'm way too close to the camera. I was completely bored, but whatever. Roa, season 14, episode 20. Finally, the reunion is over with. This season is done for, and we gonna talk about the season once I'm finished with this. So the episode continues with Miss Anthony lying Queenie ass, and that's that. Andy hanging up on Anthony. That's that. She by Leisure Suit ain't paying Drew her money. I mean, listen, Drew, I don't really know what you expect. All right, we all know her for her works, and you know this is just a tip of the legendary She by Leisure Suit, formerly known as She by Sweatbox, named Bob. Anyway, um, moving on. So Fatum bringing up Ralph. And the viewer question was, why didn't none of the other ladies really come to Drew's defense when it came down to that? They felt like, they was more on Fatum's side. And listen, y'all know I don't like Fatum at all. I tell y'all, her face is equivalent to the dude from the House of Wax. So I don't really fool with her. Y'all know she looked like she a dead corpse that they just found that was laying in the pasture for two for 2 weeks out in Arizona somewhere. This is what she gives. And her personality gives that too, a dead corpse. All right. And she got as much common sense as one too. Um, but even though I don't see it for Fatum at all, I understood why the ladies did what they did because I kind of felt the same way. Drew, and this is to that viewer question. I'm going to answer it too because at the end of the day, yeah, Fatum was foul for what she did and for what she said, but I mean, it came by way of your assistant. So it would just seem to me that you would have called your assistant right then and there and got that nipped in the bud right then and there. Like, you gave all of your anger to Fatum, and while I get it, I didn't get it. So I understood where the people was coming from. Drew no shade. Anyway, the men arrived. Fine. Ross understood where Kenya was coming from, but he didn't like the word. I totally agree with Ross. I didn't like that. And it was a lot of women that was in my comments trying to gaslight that shit. Y'all know, like what Drew be doing, what Ralph be doing with Drew. Y'all was trying to do that with me in that situation under my comments, and I just didn't pay y'all. I ain't pay y'all no mind. And I didn't. I'm sorry. Feeling the way y'all want to feel, that's fine. To me, I ain't really felt like he was a. Sorry. Moving on. But I appreciate Ross for being a man. You know what I'm saying? And saying, hey, he gave the right answer. Look, I understood how she felt. Myself personally, I didn't appreciate the word. I understood how she felt, but I didn't appreciate the word. I get it. And he got the right to feel that way. Moving on. Because Kenya knew damn well that her life was not in danger and of any kind, of any sort with Ross. And she admitted that. So, yeah, relax, Team Twirl. And I love you, but relax. Moving on. The Billy Goat always talking about Kandi and Todd relationship comes up and she apologizes and, whatever. She by Leisure Suit saying that the streets be talking when it comes to Todd. I wish the streets would have talked when it came down to you and a signer named Bob. Because remember, you remember what you alleged that he was doing to you? I'm just saying. I ain't never heard that, but I did out of your mouth. So, hey, moving on. Todd's parenting comes up. Listen, Todd grew up a certain way, you guys, and he's just brought up in his ways. All right. And I don't feel like Todd is a bad parent for what he's teaching Kayla. You know what I'm saying? I don't feel like he's a bad parent. I don't feel like nobody should make him feel like a bad parent. I don't ever feel like he will ever leave his blood daughter out here broken, destitute, and penniless, laying outside a cardboard box somewhere around there in Newark. I just don't think he will ever leave her like that. And the way that a lot of the people act, that's how a lot of y'all feel like he will leave his child. And I just don't think that. Do I feel like he's strict when it comes to the purse way more than Kandi? Yes, but that's because Kandi compensates. Now, it's no shade, Kandi. You know I love you, girl, but I'm just going to call it the way it is. Kandi overcompensates. She does. And I really wish people would stop trying to act like she doesn't. She does. She done already admitted that. Kayla uses that against her a lot to get her way and to get the things that she wants. So it's like at the end of the day, for people to want to put down Todd because he's trying to teach his daughter, self-preservation and always make sure as a Black woman that you getting it on your own. You don't have to depend on nothing or nobody but your goddamn self. You don't, instead of people looking at it from that way, people just automatically want to think the worst because it's Todd. And I don't really think that's fair, but whatever. So Drew and Ralph's reel comes up, child. So Ralph fired that assistant. Good, Ralph. I'm glad you did. Drew didn't feel support from Kandi and Kenya at first. And don't listen, Drew, to be honest with you, I understood exactly where all of them ladies was coming from because all of them felt the exact same way. Be clear. All right. You did not come with this story to make it make sense to them. You understand? The way you presented it was, yeah, I got dropped it with Drew because you know what I'm saying, after I had my kids or whatever, and so and so and so and yada yada yada. And I had a little nip tuck or whatever, but you got to keep it. So I came up with Drop It with Drew, and I started Drop It with Drew, and it's been keeping the weight off of me and da 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 da. You didn't present it as, well, I had a little nip tuck done after this, but you can't just have that done and not work out. You got to be able to keep it up. And I met with this one who does this workout plan, and it worked for me. And she asked me to, be the face of it and, introduce it up here to y'all or blah, blah, blah. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what people are saying, Drew. You didn't come out and say that you was the face of anything. You made it seem as if this was some shit that you came up with and it worked for you and you're patenting it and then you're bringing it out to the masses and this and that. So stop. Moving on. Sheba Leisure Sue calling Drew a busted up can of biscuits, and she apologizes. You want to know what's funny to me? I could get up here and I could run down on somebody that y'all don't like and say worse, and it's not a problem. But she by Leisure Suit says that about Drew, and everybody is in the uproar. Now, don't get me wrong. Y'all know I don't like her ass at all. However, I'm not going to sit up here and get on my high horse because I've said worse about bitches, and all of y'all laugh and y'all joke and y'all kiki and oh yeah, you right, T, and da 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 da. So if that's the case, give me the same fever. I bet y'all the fuck won't. So all of y'all need to get about y'all feelings about that. Sheba Sheree said what she said, and it was what it was. They don't like each other. She ran her down. It was a roast, and it just is what it is. They done said worse shit about each other. So y'all cut that out. Moving on. And I don't even like Sheba Sheree, but y'all know we gotta be fair here. So Ralph telling Sheba Leisure Suit how he felt about the Anthony situation. Is you one or an all? Listen, let me tell you something, Ralph. I totally get where you coming from. However, you need to be getting at Anthony about that. Like, here it is once again, the misplaced anger. Y'all know I don't like Fatum. Y'all know I don't see it for Sheba Leisure Suit. But at the end of the day, don't get me wrong. I understand where you coming from. Sheba Sheree brought Fatum up here to do exactly what she did. There was information to be had about Drew's husband. How convenient it was from a bitch that Sheba Leisure Suit brought up here, who's just as tad, raggedy, and ran through as her ass is. Let's be clear. So, I mean, I'm sorry. Like, Sheba Sheree could say whatever she want. At the end of the day, she had information about a woman on the cast's husband. That's your friend, and it gave you something else to talk about. It gave you another crutch and another branch of a storyline to hang off of because you knew that this shit between you and Lyrone was gonna fall, and it did. So this beef with Drew kept you around, and keeping up the shit with Kandi kept you around, and playing around between Sonya and Team Twirl kept you around. I mean, I'm just saying. Moving on. Ralph's intentions behind the book. I'm so tired of talking about that overdone ass book that I'm never gonna get, never gonna read, not even to look at the pictures. So I really don't have nothing to say about it one way or the other. If y'all don't find nothing wrong with Sheba Sheree peddling off these press inspired Rashida ass clothes and peddling it to the girls for $130 something a pop, then y'all shouldn't have a problem with going out there and supporting Ralph's book about the whole adoption thing or step parenting or whatever the hell the damn book is about, girl. I don't damn know. I would just get it to look at the pictures. If it's not an illustration book, I don't give a fuck about it. So I don't have no reason to get it. Okay, if it ain't no pictures other than the ones up front, I ain't got no business for it. Don't do nothing for me. But if y'all gonna support Sheba Sheree, support what you call it. Moving on. Y'all like to pick and choose when you want to support. Anywho, the Billy Goat and Candy Pants reel comes up. So Sheba Leisure Suit felt like Kandi should have at least said something to her once she knew about the Drew situation. And that was on Candy Pan's side when she said, bitch, fuck you. Because when you had that racist hillbilly bigot up here talking about how she ate her stinking salmonella infested ass box, the same thing that you did when it came down to mugshot and what she was saying about Kandi was the same thing you did with that situation. You laughed at it and you kikied. You didn't carry it back to Kandi. That's why y'all was really pissing me off because y'all was holding Kandi to all of these standards to friendships that y'all never gave to nobody, especially her. So it never made sense why y'all was expecting all of this from her. Moving on. So the Billy Goat bringing up Todd in the argument. And then Todd reads the Billy Goat down about how when they trip to Africa that season, about how she had to pay for her own trip. She paid for her own airline ticket, her hotel stay, her accommodations. She had to pay for everything. Basically to say she paid her way in the group. Yeah, Todd, it fell flat. I mean, because I knew that already. I can't speak for nobody else. I knew that already. I knew I knew that wasn't. It fell flat. I thought I was gonna find out something that I didn't already know. But don't get me wrong. Maybe to the people that don't know the Billy Goat in her seasons prior being up here, that'll do a lot for them. For me, because I've watched. I guess it was cute. But much like this reunion, it fell flat. The Billy Ghost says that Kandi is known worldwide and so is she. And she knows for a fact that if they was to go to Paris or London, that doors will be open to her that wouldn't be open to Candy Pants. Just like if she tried to get into the music industry, doors would be open to Candy Pants that wouldn't be opened up to the Billy Goat. And I agree with Kenya. Like, girl, if any door is open for you, it's the back door for when you have to sneak your ass in. All right, because your name do not ring bells. Mugshot, if that's your real name. Like, girl, your name don't look. Marlon Hampton name probably ring bells, but not Latoya Hutchins. Not Latoya Hutchinson. You understand? If you went by who the fuck you really is, bitch, your name don't ring no damn bells. Girl, please. We know Kandi is not known for fashion. So I don't even think that would hurt Kandi. But I highly doubt there's not anywhere on this planet that you can go that she can't. Like, that doesn't make no sense to me. There's not any place that you can go on this planet or the next that she can't go. But I guarantee you, there are places in other planets that she can go that your fuck ass can't go. I do know that. There are plenty of places where her name alone will get her and she's straight that you can't. And I bet my life on that. Like your name rings some girl, bye. She by Leisure Suit gives everybody those tied, cheap ass Rashida pressed ass clothes. Now we see where Andy got that hoodie from. All right. That was the hoodie that we saw her gift him tonight. That was that hoodie. Now we know where that came from. But I don't give a damn about them tied ass she buy Amazon, Shein, and Walmart base ass clothes. Like, I don't care, child. Like, at this point, all of her shit, y'all could just go to the manufacturers and get. It just ain't gonna have her tight ass name on it. Like, and she really out here acting like she bitch shit, talk about Drew. But child, please. Like, y'all, that's all I got. This reunion was tired and through. This season was meh. But this reunion was tired and through. This reunion was so damn tired. It was so tired. Bravo and everybody, Bravo Andy and everybody that's around there, even the ones that secretly give me stuff. It's no shade to y'all. But this shit was tired. All right, I'm just gonna be real. It was tired. It was a chore and a bore to watch, especially this damn reunion. I'm just gonna be real. I could have had a V8. I could have did better shit, child. I could have watched Married to Medicine first and got that out first. Honestly. Um, but whatever. We got Potomac coming up October 9th. So that's the next thing up. Which incidentally is not too far away in another week or so. So yeah, but yeah, Housewives. Y'all bored me. Like I mean, but that whatever. I guess that's all I got. Y'all let me know what y'all thought about this season. They could have kept it, but yeah. Bye.